Hi guys, this is Tracy Newman with a feminine reading. You can find me on Instagram as the Navigator's Tarot and on YouTube as the Sleepy Wisdom. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then all the details are in the description box below. Sitting here by the fire because it's so cold. Anyway, let's have a look at the feminine, what the feminine energies are up to this week. Oh, maybe finances haven't been great. Feeling like a sense of lack, no abundance. That's in the past, just recently in the past. And I have to say that's probably true for me. We'll see what other things are coming up for the feminine this week. Just like the spider though, you know, like in this, depicted in this Eight of Pentacles, she's always, you know, spinning and weaving a web, you know, so that she can create abundance when it is needed. Sometimes in our lives that abundance, that lack of abundance can actually be quite humbling, and sometimes we need it to kind of like get our head, you know, straight. Wow, the Eight of Cups. It's really interesting because in the masculine reading I picked up that the masculine has turned away from the feminine. And it's really interesting because the feminine is doing the same. There seems to be like a propensity for both energies to create on their own, and then create their own healing and their own world, their own truth, their own sovereignty, their own freedom. And it would appear that these energies at this time literally must go through their own independent healing and understanding the truth of who they really are on these new paradigms that we're shifting into. So at this time, those energies are turned away from each other, which is needed. It's like that dance, isn't it? It's kind of like the energies come in and they flow. It's like the figure eight. They come in, they go out, away, and then come in, and then, you know, like the figure eight, the infinity circle. So it is this flow, but at the moment it's kind of like we come together, but now we're out and we're turned away from each other, and we're as far apart as we possibly can be. And then it comes back in, and, you know, it's this lovely, lovely fluid motion. These are just energies. But releasing burdens, that's what's hidden at the moment while we're going through all this. We are releasing burdens and moving into a greater amount of abundance because we have new beginnings of Pentacles. So basically a new beginning in our financial world, but also to new beginnings in our physiological being as well. So there's a lot of change taking place. Of course, there's all these flares coming off the sun too, which is really causing havoc, but as within, so without, because like it's literally causing pain sometimes with a lot of us as we're going through these energetic changes. So a lot of it will be about going within and becoming, you know, the truth of who we really are, which is sovereign and free humans upon the earth plane. First, we've got to find that within. there's no hanged man energies like this. It's upside down. Yeah, so that's and no rest or either. It's like, don't sit on your laurels. It's time to get up and get moving. There's a card of burdens here. So I feel like at the moment for the feminine, that at this point in time, there is no real movement forward. It's about going within. We are going through new physiological changes, and we're really feeling that within our own cellular structure in the form of ascension symptoms, like aches and pains, anxiety sometimes. Not so much the anxiety, it's more like a shakiness in the cells within. You can feel it. And it's like the sword is done. The sword, it's kind of like we have the Queen of Swords. This is literally about moving into greater truth. And I feel like there's going to be more and more truth that comes out through the mainstream media. People are beginning to awaken, and there's going to be a lot more truth come out. I also get that the good guys now are in control and around the world, and it's kind of like what we're seeing is like a movie. It doesn't even actually really exist, because the world that we're moving into, it's kind of like we're already there. This is literally, we're just like watching a movie as it falls away, and it's sort of like it's just going to literally fade and fall away. It isn't going to go out with a bang. It's literally just going to fade away as we move into these beautiful new earth energies that are about abundance, creation, wonderment, joy, love, peace, great amounts of peace that will be felt by all. It's like the birds will sing with the new voice, as will the people of the planet Earth. Yeah, and that's what's happening at the moment. So much change, but we literally are already there. We're already in. It's like, and I got a message yesterday. I was with a friend and we were having a look at what was going on. And the message that I did get is that all contracts have been renewed. So all contracts that have been renewed will be, that have been renewed will be, I guess some people will fall away, but others will stay, and those contracts have now been renewed. It's kind of like to do with timelines and timeline shift. And I mean, you can break away from all contracts if you choose to. I don't really know how that works, because I really feel like everything has its flow and everything moves and everything, everyone lives their appointed days on this earth plane. And it's kind of like, the concept that we have of being able to literally control the outcome of our lives just isn't, I don't really think any of us have. I mean, we have choices within choices, but at the end of the day, the more you let go and let God, the more you can move into the truth, which is basically that everything's going to happen as it does anyway, and there's really nothing that you can do about it, apart from the choices within the choices within the choices that you make that are in alignment most of the time with the universe and God. We're going through a massive death process too, and coming into a greater, oh wow, death and the tower. Okay, so death and the tower, it's like rain with snow. Don't be surprised if a chaotic event does happen worldwide somewhere. That's what I'm picking up, where there will be death and destruction. I mean, it's already happening in some of the in the Ukraine war and that sort of thing. But this will be more it's more an event that will shock the world, but I'm not really sure what it is. Although there's really nothing that can shock the world anymore, I don't think. Okay, so the feminine. Anything else for the feminine energies? So basically, it's just moving into a greater sense of peace, really. And we will be doing that as the all these, any contracts that, you know, we had beforehand on the other timeline, a lot of them have been renewed as we've moved forward. Some haven't, of course, but we are going to be moving into greater sense of abundance. It's good to, we're moving out of the lack mentality, and we're also moving away from chaos. So as we move away from chaos, it's not in our faces all the time, we begin to go into more of a succession of amazing things that happen in our lives as we move into more peace, joy, and love, and concentrate on those beautiful new earth energies that are coming through each and every single one of us. Yeah, one day it's like the devil, the energies of the devil will be a thing of the past. So we move into a greater sense of love and abundance. Take the time to rest during some of these ascension symptoms, because as the flares come off the sun, it can really get quite tough. The ascension symptoms can get quite tough sometimes. Okay, that's probably all I have for the feminine. So watch out for, I don't know what's going on. Maybe there will be some sort of thing that will happen in some sort of, when I see death and the tower in the same reading, it can mean literally physical death of some description. So, be aware that there may be something coming up, and I don't know what it will be. But yeah, looking out with a greater sense of purpose and trust in all that is. Okay, hope that makes sense. Maybe. Anyway, see you next week. Bye for now.